Hey everybody, this is Pete Blank with the Personnel Board of Jefferson County for today's Learning Blast, short little segments we do around lunchtime just to keep you motivated throughout the week. And today, if you didn't know, it is Administrative Professionals Week. So we thought we'd use today, in case you didn't know or in case you forgot, and you're like, oh man, we didn't even know about that. We'll share a couple tips today about what you can do to help recognize your admin professional. Now, first thing I want to say is this. Some people always push back on this. Some people push back and say, why do we have Admin Professionals Day? Do we have, Testing Administrator Day? Do we have General Finance? Do we have IT Employee Day? I don't know. I mean, maybe we do, maybe we, maybe we don't, but this has been around for quite some time. In fact, do you remember when you were, maybe I was the only one who did this as a kid, but I would often, during Mother's Day and Father's Day, and you had to do all this stuff, you would go up to your parents and say, what day is Kids Day? And the typical response was, if you got the same response as me, it was every day is Kids Day. So yeah, there seems to be a day for everything, but I really do like recognizing administrative professionals, and we want to share some time and some ideas with you today, kind of see what you can do. So real quick history for you from the world famous Wikipedia. So of course, this is grounded in as much fact as we can get. A lot of countries do observe this. So you've got the United States, Canada, Hong Kong, Malaysia is all doing it this week. New Zealand, Belgium, France, and the Netherlands are also doing it in April. And then Australia recognizes their admin professionals in May, and South Africa in September. So it's not just an American holiday, quote unquote. A lot of people are using this time to recognize these particular employees. And the history is, it comes out of post-World War II. During the post-World War and the Depression era, birth rate was declining. And so the National Secretaries Association got together and declared a National Secretaries Week. So the first one was back in 1952. 1952 was National Secretaries Week, and it was on June 4th. And in 1955, the observance date was changed to the last Wednesday in April, and it became known as Administrative Professionals Day. And the name was changed and became Administrative Professionals Week. And here's the interesting fact, I didn't know this. Why do they get a whole week? Why isn't it just a day? Well, the normal recognition for people, for admin professionals, is to take them out to eat, to take your support person out for lunch. And all of the restaurants were getting so booked up and people couldn't go. They were going on the day before and the day after. So in order to allow for the food and beverage industry and the country clubs to be able to allow for more people to do it, they spaced it out to allow for more folks to be able to take their persons to lunch during Admin Professionals Week, which is, I thought, kind of interesting. So now there is an official group. So those of you who are admin professionals, it's called the International Association of Administrative Professionals. Make sure you go to their website. They have conferences. They have things that are kind of out there for this group to help them be successful in their line of work. So it's pretty cool. All right, so let's go through some of these. And again, the chat box is open. Let me just remind you, Wednesday is the day. Here's a couple of tips, and I want you to take this with a grain of salt, because some of you are still working in the office, and you may have an administrative professional there in the office with you. Some of us are working remotely, and our administrative professional or our support person is also working remotely. So how am I going to make sure I don't drop the ball during this time and tell them what a great job they're doing? So step number one is just written messages. So this is just if you do nothing else, please go onto email on Wednesday and shoot an email to your admin support person that says, hey, happy Admin Support Day. I appreciate all you do for us and our team. That's, as long as you have a pulse, that's the minimum you can do. So, I mean, at least do that. What you should be doing is getting a card from the office, having everybody sign it. Maybe it's, something, and again, that's kind of hard to do right now if no one's in the office. So you can do something written where everybody, goes to maybe some website and types a message, and then you save that and you can send it to them, and maybe a Word document or PowerPoint slide, you save it as a JPEG. Just email them something in the written word, a kind word, to still remind your administrative support staff that they do a great job, that we appreciate them, that this is what you can do. So step number one always is the written messages. Number two, the get together may look a little bit different this year. Again, traditionally, what you see is taking somebody out to lunch, having a cake in the office, having balloons. You could do that again if you're still working on Wednesday. Again, be aware of your social distancing guidelines and all the things that are happening around that. But if not, what about a Zoom get together? There's all types of stories out there about people who are getting Zoom parties together, having everybody show up. So if Taria is on here, we're ruining it for her if she's listening in. But what we're going to do for our administrative support person is put out a fake meeting with her. I'm going to say, hey, I need a fake Zoom meeting with you at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, and I'll have my whole team get on at 9:50 or 9:55 and have them all make a sign. So it'll say something like, I might take some time to actually spell out the word administrative professional. It depends on how much time I have, but make a poster, make something like this. And so when they pop onto Zoom, we're all there like, hey, what's up? Happy Admin Professional Day. We appreciate you. Everybody's got signs and kind of things like that. So you can do it. You can do it in person if you can, but if not, you can still do it with Zoom. You can do a conference call. You can do something to get people together so that, again, you don't drop the ball on this this cool event to recognize your administrative support person. Step number 3 is food. All right, food is always a big thing. Like I said, going out is important. So traditionally, it used to be chocolate and flowers and bring stuff in, and somebody's good. If you're in the office right now, maybe you can't bring food into the office. Maybe you're not allowed to do that. You probably may not be able to go out to eat at a restaurant right now because of what we just talked about. So maybe you can do something around food delivery. Find out if your administrative support person is working from home on Wednesday, find out what they want on Wednesday morning. And then as the boss, the leader, the team, whatever you want to do, get together and have Uber Eats or Grubhub or DoorDash chip in, have the whole team chip in, or if you're the supervisor, you should take that on yourself if you need to, and have their favorite meal delivered to them for dinner that night. It may not be perfect because they prefer to go out with everybody, but if you don't know when you're going back to work or what's happening, you can always do that. Gift cards are always great. You can always find out what their restaurant is and what their favorite meal is for gift cards. So you can do that as well as a possibility. Number 4, have some fun. Have some fun. Well, and again, it's easy to do when you're in the office to have the balloons and have everybody go around and tell a story or something like that. Virtually, I'm not sure we can do too much. So as you can see in the video here, I've already made a jib jab for myself and our admin support person. That's free. So you can go on and create something fun with your faces and send it out and say, you're a rock star. Here's you and I working hard at work, and I couldn't do it without you. And there's some free ones and some that cost money and things like that. But there's some fun things you can still do. Maybe you can play trivia. What would be fun for them is maybe to give them half a day off or some time off if they're working remotely. So find out a way you can incorporate some fun into the whole event as well. And then finally, in my opinion, but of course I live in the world of learning and development, so I think everybody wants to learn. What's out there for them to do that's low cost or no cost? Sometimes admin professionals and most employees just want to learn, want to get better at their craft. So what's out there that you can do for them? So I would recommend Googling something. I know that it may be hard to send people to conferences this year. It may be hard to send people, a lot of times there's day-long conferences on Wednesday. A lot of them have been canceled. I want to throw out one free choice to you. And again, I've got no affiliation with this group, except I do have an affiliation because I know some of the people who work down there. But there's this event coming up. How do I get off the screen? All right. There's this. Oh, that looks awful. How about now? No? Yeah. Oh, there you go. All right. Brand You. Brand You is a free virtual remote conference for all administrative professionals. It's being offered by Auburn University and their Office of Continuing Professional Education. And it's free. And they're having free webinars Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I think Thursday of this week. So if you're watching this on Monday, you've already missed today. But as you can see, looking ahead tomorrow, there's a gentleman talking about managing personal finances during tough times. on Wednesday. Oh, who's that on Wednesday? Our fantastic Kimberly Robinson talking about, did I say that? Branded communication. And then somebody speaking on Thursday about refreshing your resume as well. And these are all free. And these are half-hour webinars designed for the admin professional through Auburn University. So I highly recommend, if you have an admin professional this week, Google Auburn University Brand U Administrative Professional Conference. Just go ahead and Google that, find the link, and then either register your admin professional or send it to them and say, hey, I wanted to make you aware of this, that this is out there. And this conference is free. It was going to be in person. They were going to charge for it, but they already had the speakers lined up and said, let's make it virtual for everybody across the country. So I think that's kind of a pretty cool idea. So, and of course, we love that Kimberly, one of our co-workers, is going to be being involved in that as well. So there's some takeaways. What are the written messages you want to do for your admin? Thank you notes, things like that, emails. Can you get together either in person or virtually to tell them great job on Wednesday? What type of food, if you can't go out to eat, can you order them something and have it delivered? What kind of fun can you have? Can you do a trivia game, or can you send them a jib jab or something fun so that it's not so business focused? And then can you help them learn? What do they want to get better at? There's one free conference at Auburn. You can probably Google and find other free webinars that they could probably attend as well. Let me go ahead and check the chat box. I know we had a few people. If you've got any great ideas out there, let's see. Taria says, send eye flowers. Oh, okay, I'll look into that, Taria. Apparently that is, I hope that doesn't cost money, because I don't think flower delivery people are bringing flowers, but eye flowers is a neat thing to do. I'm gonna have to look that up. So there's a link to the website in the chat. You could always look at that. And it looks like Taria also put the web link to the Auburn session in the chat box as well. Yay, Taria, this is why you're the best admin professional ever. This is why I made you a sign for Wednesday, to show you how much I care. So good. Any other comments? Yeah, so much for flowers. Any other comments out there of things that y'all think maybe you could do? Go ahead and type them in the chat box for just a minute or more while I throw this up. Don't forget, I wish that wouldn't happen. I'm sorry about that. Look, here's half of my head so that the virtual background doesn't go away. Tomorrow, Michael Glaze, taking care of your mental health. The stress we're all going through during this time is tough. We've got some LinkedIn learning lessons for you on how to use that on Wednesday. Apps, some free apps you can use during your meetings on Thursday, and how to de-stress on Friday. So please tell your friends, forward these to your friends, let them know. It's designed for merit system employees, but if you've got other workers or co-workers in different companies or organizations, feel free to send them the link. Let everybody kind of jump in. We're happy to share information to kind of make everybody a little bit better. So to all of our admin professionals out there, I definitely want to say thank you. If your supervisor does not recognize you on Wednesday, don't hold it against them. Maybe they didn't know that it was coming. I mean, with everything being so disjointed, I don't think following some type of holiday is on everybody's list right now. So gee, think how much better you'll look if you follow up with somebody this week that you actually remember. Jerry says, thanks, Taria. So that's awesome. Thank you, admin professionals. Thank you for those of you who are working today for tuning in. Thanks for all you do. We'll see some of you tomorrow and throughout the week. Happy Monday. Make it a great week, everybody, and recognize those administrative professionals. See you next time.